Hi guys, Gary Sims here, and back with the first of the final selections for Cheltenham. Only a couple of days away now. It's Sunday night. Really looking forward to getting down to Cheltenham, having a fantastic week. Hopefully winning some money. We've got some cracking anti-post bets on that. Some of them are absolutely brilliant prices that we're hopefully going to cash in on. If you've been following them bets, good luck to you all. I hope for everybody's sake they come in. We've got some absolute brilliant prices on some of these, and yeah, a couple of days away. Can't wait. Absolutely can't wait. News today, obviously declarations were this morning, 10 o'clock for Tuesday's racing. So the reason we can do the final selections now, we know exactly what's going to be running where. Obviously very unlucky if anything falls out due to injury or whatever. Between now and Tuesday, hopefully that doesn't happen in any of the races, so we can pick our final selections. And you will have all seen, I would think by now, that our horse, my parents' horse, Lady Buttons, his final destination is going to be in the Mares Hurdle. Spoke briefly to my mum and dad today, and the decision has been taken that's, you know, it's not very often in life, unless you're a massive owner like your JP McManus, your Giggins Towns and whatever. It's not that often in life that you get a horse that can run at Cheltenham. Now, I've seen a few things floating around on Twitter, and to be honest, if I was given the final decision in my hands of where she would run, before hearing this from my mum and dad and what's come from Phil, I would probably have ended up sending her to the Grand Annual, just because it's an easier target for a mare like herself. But like talking to them, and they're saying that, you know, the top and bottom of it is it's not that often you get a horse that can go to Cheltenham and run in a Grade 1. She has a live chance. It's as simple as that. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise you if Benny Dido absolutely wiped the floor with everybody. But like I say, it's a Grade 1. Benny fell last year. There's nothing at all to say that that's not going to happen again. Yeah, maybe an unlikely chance, has done really well ever since, but you just never know. And to take your shot in a Grade 1, I can totally understand where they're coming from. And that for me it's just it's an absolutely class feeling to have a runner down there, be involved the whole day of it, being in the owners and trainers instead of being out in the Guinness Village or whatever. It's just a special day all around. And you know, when you're somebody like my mum and dad who've put a lot into racing, they've had a lot of horses, they've lost some good horses, to get a mare like her and have all the time they've had and be able to go to Cheltenham, the pinnacle of it all, and have a fantastic day, and hopefully a few different tactics to last year, we can be quite confident that she can run a blinding race for everyone. And I will certainly be sticking my each way bet on at the price that she is, thinking about 20 to 1 at the minute. So yeah, that's the news out. That's going to be obviously part of my day one selections, because it is on day one of the festival. But we'll start at the top of the bill. We'll start with the Supreme Novices Hurdle. This is one of my best anti-post bets. I have had a couple of bets on in singles, doubles, trebles that involve Asterion Phalange. When I put my anti-post bets up on here on my YouTube channel, I've got Asterion at 33 to 1. I've actually got some bets on with Asterion at 40 to 1 as well. One of my best picks. Looking at the price that you're going to get now, absolutely one of my best picks, and over the moon, obviously, that I'm on that one, and I'm really confident in it. Even coming in now, you have a look at the rest of the market. Yeah, it's a hot race. Of course, it's going to be a hot race. It's a Supreme. A lot of them in here have come here probably to avoid a race with Envoy Allen in the Ballymore, which looked a bit dodgy when Gordon Elliott dropped a bombshell at the preview night the other day that he might actually run Envoy in the Supreme. But I think he was just fearing the weather a little bit there. But the weather's come good and he's walked the track, and that's going to the Ballymore definitely. So we've got 11 to 4 joint favourites with Shishkin and Asterion Phalange. Abracadabra's just in that at 6 to 1, and Chantry House just in that, just behind that 13 to 2, joint with Fiddler on the Roof. Them four for me your winner's coming from there. Don't look elsewhere. Your winner is coming from them four, and I fully believe that Willie Mullins has the winner. His record in the race is absolutely sublime. He's won the race more than anybody else. He's got the tried and tested route. The way that Asterion Phalange has gone is the same way Classical Dream went, the same way Vautour went, the same way Champagne Fever went, and it's a tried and tested route that gets him the winner. I don't believe that Shishkin can come into this and win. No horse has come in this and won, having not even raced in a graded race before. And I don't think that Shishkin can defy them odds, in my opinion. I think Abracadabras is a danger. You would expect that. Really good horse, only lost coming to Envoy Allen. And for me, I think Abracadabras would be, if I was putting somebody said put a tri-cast on, I would be putting Asterion Phalange first, Abracadabras a very close second with Chantry House. They're the three main dangers for me. I think Shishkin will be in fourth. So I will be placing my bet for the Supreme on Asterion Phalange. And I might even have a little dabble in a place lay, which I'm tending to do a little bit at the minute, but I might even have a place lay on Shishkin. I think there's three really good horses in there that can beat him. So yeah, Supreme, we're on Asterion Phalange, and with all the bets that have gone on from the anti-post video, fingers crossed for everybody on that one. Moving on to the Arkle, really tough race to call this year. A race that you want to be looking at the top end of the betting again. It's absolutely notorious for top end of the betting is this one. And we've got Notebook, a rightful 3-1 favourite, having beaten a couple of them in behind. Fakir Dudery, 4-1, has already lost to Notebook. And in behind that, we've got Brewing Up a Storm at 11-2. And Cashback's drifted out slightly to 7-1. Cashback was my anti-post selection in this race. I'm a little bit annoyed at myself for putting up Cashback, if I'm dead honest. I think he's a great chance in the race, and I think the winner again is more than likely going to be from these three. The other one that I think will be in the mix is the one in behind that, out at 12-1, and her price really takes my fancy, and that's Maria Banri. 12-1, I think, is a fantastic price for her. Getting the £7 mare's allowance will be massive, and I can see her getting a place, and I think an each way bet on Maria Banri is a very good chance here. I think the fact that Notebook's had two really hard races with Fakir and Cashback might take its toll a little bit here. And I can see Fakir Dudery's reversing the form. I can see Cashback reversing the form. But there's going to be pace all over, pace all over in this race. There's a lot of front runners. There's a lot of horses that are going to go like the clappers. And they could in the end just end up setting it up for Notebook, but I think they'll end up running him into the ground personally. I think the main dangers here, like I say, Fakir Dudery, I really like Brewing Up a Storm. The fact that he hasn't run for since November would normally be a negative, but it won't be, I don't think, here. He goes well fresh. I watched a preview with Ollie Murphy on. He said he's won about 3 or 4 times fresh, so he has no problem with that. He gets his horses as fit as a fiddle as well, so there'll be absolutely no problem with Brewing Up a Storm. If I was to bet out of them two, I think just the fact that he's Brewing Up a Storm is 11-2 and Fakir is 4-1, it's sort of siding on the edge with Brewing Up a Storm. But I love Fakir Dudery, I love Joseph O'Brien, and come the day, I think my final selection will probably be Fakir Dudery, through loyalty more than anything, to be dead honest with you. But I think the winner's between them two. I think it's between Fakir Dudery and Brewing Up a Storm. And I think in third place we'll have Marie Banri. So again, I'll have another little lay place on Notebook. A favourite that I just think might find 1 or 2, or hopefully 3, too good for him here. So yeah, we're going to go a winner, Fakir Dudery. Wouldn't put you off betting Brewing Up a Storm at the price. It is his price that would take my fancy there. I think you're getting some good value. And Marie Banri will be would be a place bet if you were betting each way rather than a win. We'll move on from there. The first handicap of the festival is the Ultima. A cracking race. We've got it's not a race, to be honest, that I'll be having a massive play on punting wise. Probably a lot smaller stakes than what I am on the other races on the day. It'll be just a sort of a small play for me. I'm just going to have a look now because I can't remember what I put up in the. No, can't remember, can't find it, what I put up as my anti-post bet. And I was just thinking it might be the same one. But I'm going for Discorama on this one. It's a horse I've been on for a few weeks now, and I'm not going to change my mind. There's been nothing in the race that's jumping out at me to make me change my mind. There's vindications in there at the top of the betting. Not really keen on that horse, to be honest. We're in behind that at 8-1, joint with Kildisart. Another horse I like is Kildisart. There will be, there's 3 horses that I was looking at: Kildisart, Discorama, and further down the betting at 12-1 is Mr. Malarkey that I like. But I will be backing Discorama for Paul Nolan in this race. But like I say, not a massive fancy, to be honest. Just a small play for me on that one. Then we move on to the main event of day one. A horse which even I said back in my anti-post videos that was a pretty weak renewal of the Champion Hurdle this year. And I think what swayed me to think it was a pretty weak renewal was just the fact that there's a lot of horses that we've lost out of this. Last year's winner, Esport Allen, obviously we've lost. There's loads of horses out. Classical Dream hasn't lived up and is now out injured. Saldier, Belvedere. It just could have been a lot better race than what it is. That said, you've got some really highly rated horses in here. You know, it's still going to be a cracking race. I like the fact that William Mullins has supplemented Celios Emery. Certainly gave me something to think about. I think he's done it pretty much because he doesn't really have something right at the top of the betting. And Celios Emery obviously fell, would have gone for the champion chase, but he's already got Chacun Pour Swine there. So I think he's done that. And I think he'll play a big part. I think he's 6-1. Won't put you off backing each way on Celios Emery. I think the mare at the top, Epitant, is a rightful favourite, and the £7 mare's allowance is going to be massive to stick her right in the mix. I can't be having Pentland Hills in behind that. It's just a horse I don't like. And then you go to Celios Emery at 6-1. 10-1 is a big player. I think Dava Star would have beaten Honeysuckle had that race been 3 more strides. So that form in behind Honeysuckle is very good. Sharjah in behind that. Sharjah for me, obviously really disappointing the last day, and we don't really know why. That could be another reason that William Mullins has stuck Celios Emery in if he doesn't think that Sharjah is going to get the win, and also he would like to have more than one play at it. In behind that is my each way bet my anti-post bet. Super Sunday for this, now into 10-1, back to 33-1 for the Champion Hurdle. Cracking each way bet. However, right now at 10-1, I think he's the right price. The reason I put him up in my anti-post each way was because I thought 33-1 was massively overpriced. And sometimes that's how you've got to do your betting. Don't just, for me, it's not. I think Super Sunday can come each way, but at 10-1, I'd rather leave it now that I've already got my bet on at 33s previously. Do you know what I mean? So I do think something at a bigger price can win this, and the one that I like is I like Call Me Lord, 16-1. I just really like the horse, and I think he's another one overpriced, and I think he'll be in the mix. Last time he came second was over nearly 2, and just a couple of yards short of 2.5. So I can forgive him that. This is back at 2 mile where he's best. He beat Ballyandy this season, and Ballyandy has gone on and beaten Pentland Hills since. So that's great form. And how them 2 horses, I mean, look at that. Ballyandy beat Pentland Hills. I know Pentland Hills was giving him £3 that day, but for Ballyandy to be 3 times the price, I think it's a little bit crazy. And then Call Me Lord's in behind there at 16-1, just because the last day he came second in the last time second. He came second to Keldestin, but he was giving Keldestin £3 that day. So I can forgive that. I think Call Me Lord's got great form, and my bet, because I think it could be a bit, there's a lot in this, like that sort of range, 10-1, 16-1. In that range, there's a lot of you going to play a part, and I think the rightful favourite Epitan will be tough to beat, but I'll be going on the each-way market, and I'll be going with Call Me Lord at 16 to 1. On from that, we go on to our race, the Mares Hurdle. I don't really need to say a lot to you on this one. I'm going to be backing Lady Buttons, of course I am. She's our horse, and obviously I wanted to come at least in the top 3, and I honestly think she will. I think she'll be third at the very worst, and I aren't sure that Honeysuckle will live up to the hype, basically. And I think Benny Dodor will. If Benny Dodor gets round and stays up, I think she'll win quite easily. But I just think Honeysuckle could maybe not live up to the hype. I haven't been on that hype train, not just now, but any time. So my bet would be Honeysuckle, would be Benny Dodor to win, and Lady Buttons each way. And yeah, as long as we get the mare back safe and sound, bring her back up north safe, that's the main thing for this one. But it's just going to be a great day all round. So yeah, that's where I am with that one. Novice Chase, big fancier man. I've been on it for quite a while. I was on it anti-post and I'm staying on it. It's Galvin for Gordon Elliott. I've heard him on a couple of preview videos. He really fancies this. I can tell he really fancies it. In fact, I would go as far as saying I think he thinks this is his best handicap horse in the best chance for winning a handicap at Cheltenham. So that is where I am with that one. That is currently best price at 7 to 1, second favourite behind Imperial Aura. Sorry, I'm telling you an absolute lie there. I didn't put it up in my anti-post videos. I've jumped on it now. I put Imperial Aura up at 25 to 1, I think. It's in 5 to 1. And obviously I'm on that anti-post, so I'm not going to back that again at 5 to 1. I'm on at 25s. But right now, if I was picking the winner, based on what I've heard, it would be Galvin at 7 to 1. And then on to the last race of the day, which is the National Hunt Chase. Yeah, now, biggest lay of the festival for me. A person that everybody who's into National Hunt racing big style should know. Kevin Blake has put a big piece up on a couple of horses that he thinks are good layers at the festival, Champ and Carefully Selected. Carefully Selected's jumping, he talked about massively, which made me go back and watch his races, and he's absolutely right. The jumping of this horse is not very good at all. Jumped terrible last time, jumped all over the place. So I'll be place laying Carefully Selected, and my pick for this one, it's not a massive fancy again, a little bit like the Ultima. But when I look down the entries, I think Ravenhill, another Gordon Elliott, Jamie Codd combination, you can't go wrong with that. And I think Ravenhill, not ideal going into this off the back of a fall, but I think he will correct things and get round. I do like Lord Demensel in behind that, but he's going to have a big weight pull towards Ravenhill. So I think it's the weight that's putting me onto Ravenhill here. And that's where I am for day 1, guys. Can't wait to get down there. I'll probably be putting day 2 up tomorrow, if not Tuesday morning. But yeah, good luck to you all. Anyone's down at Cheltenham and sees me down there, give us a shout. Be great to say hello to you. And you'll see me in my purple suit on Tuesday for Lady Buttons, dancing around with my scarf on. Probably be drunk by the time that race comes. So I hope this helps. I hope these videos have helped some of you out. And good luck with every bet you put on. Hope your horses bring you loads of money and everybody gets a massive profit from the bookies, because that's what we're all there for. Good luck, guys.